question I have.
Yeah, of course. Yes.
And do you believe that like men can marry women from other religions, but
Specifically,
women can't marry other people?
Yes. So we as Muslims don't believe in equality. We believe in equity. Equity and equality are two separate things. Meaning, if two people are different, right, you cannot treat them in the same way. I'll give you an example. Let's say you have 5 children and I have 3, right? If I give you £200 and I give myself £200, that's equality. But it's not equity. It's not just, because you have more children, you have more financial burden. Therefore, I need to give you more money. So due to the fact that men and women are not the same, they're physiologically different, physically different, etc. There's different commands for them in the Quran to do with men, and different commands to do with women. For instance, in Islam, a man has to provide for the woman. He doesn't have a choice. If you get married, you have to provide for her the clothing, you have to provide for her the sustenance, the food, and you have to provide the place to live. She doesn't need to pay nothing, even if she is the richest woman in the world.
I understand, but see the way like it has to do with religion, as in that's kind of being like, well, men don't have to stick with their religion, but the women do. Like I said,
oh no, I'm coming to the religion thing. I'm setting a fundamental standard, right? Because that will help you generally with Islam. Is if the two genders are not the same. Instead of answering one question, I'm giving you a rule, right? That will help you with everything. That rule is we're not the same. Therefore, we shouldn't expect because a man is allowed. Therefore, we shouldn't expect that just because a man does something, a woman will do it, or because a woman does something, the man will do it. Okay? You get that foundation principle. Now, to come with marriage in Islam, a man can marry only two people who are not Muslim, which is Christian or Jewish, not any woman. So if a woman is atheist, he's not allowed to marry her. If a woman is polytheist, he's not allowed to marry her. Like a Hindu woman or atheist, or you're not allowed to marry her. Now, these Christian and Jewish women as well, there's conditions that many people don't know. First, for example, she has to believe in her book. 90% of the people born in Britain, they don't even believe in Jesus or the Bible. They say, I'm Christian, but they've just been baptized. They're a baby. They don't believe in the book, right? That's not a Christian, right? The second thing, other than believing in her book, don't worry, you know, there's a lot of things that happen around, right? Other than believing in her book, she also has to be chaste. Meaning what chaste? Meaning either she's a virgin or she doesn't sleep around. Women today, from every day, they're around with a different person, right? So these are not lawful for Muslim men. So these are conditions, right? So the woman has to be chaste, and the woman has to believe her book is from God. Now you say, okay, can a Muslim woman marry a Christian man or a Jewish man who believes in his book and he's chaste? We'll say no. Reason being is because the head of the household is the man. The head of the household is the man. And an outcome of that is that the children will follow this is one example. Children will follow the religion of the father.
That's what I mean. So
yes.
In a way that the man should be the head of the house, but that means the women can't make the decision.
What decision?
So
which decision?
The decision of which religion you follow and the kids follow.
Oh no, but you're assuming something there.
No, I'm asking.
Yeah.
Because you were saying, well, they're going to follow the husband because the husband.
That's the likelihood. That doesn't mean in every single scenario will happen.
That's why the rule is there. That's why they.
No. We don't say that's why the rule is there. We say the rule is there because Allah commanded it. One wisdom we can see, which some scholars have mentioned, is that. But not only that, it's also. I'll give you an example. In Islam, we fast. No fasting in Ramadan, right? Fasting is not just eating and drinking. Fasting is also having intercourse. Now, you're not going to expect a man who's not a Muslim to wait for a Muslim woman for a period of a month not having intercourse with her just because in her religion she needs to fast. Okay?
But I know so fasting. Let's say I was Muslim.
But a man is not the woman.
Yeah.
And the desires that men have is not the same as the women have.
I know, but that's like saying it's okay for a man to like want to have sex because he's a man.
But that's a fact. Men have more sexual drive than women, scientifically.
Men can still fast. Like
no, but they do religiously. I'm saying someone who's not a Muslim and he's married to a woman which is a Muslim. Now he says, "This is my wife. I want to have intercourse with my wife today." Or you expect me to wait for 1 month for what reason?
I believe my husband should have as much respect for me as he does for God. So,
but that's a personal belief. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Do you know
we're talking.
No, I understand.
I'm talking in reality, right? You're telling me you wish or you expect or you want that your partner respects your views, correct? That's what you're saying. I don't disagree with that. But I'm saying in reality, in most cases, is the man gonna listen or is he gonna behave based on his desires is the question, right? Allah does not make rules based on exceptions, right? right? We look at the majority. How will majority of the people believe? Are majority of women influenced by their partner? Yes, they are. Are majority of women or are majority of children following the religion of the father? Yes. Does he enforce his views on the children? He's the father.
Well,
See, my kids.
If you see in my household, my mom is very. It's the opposite way. Right? But my dad.
Do you know why?
Provider. He is still like my dad's. He is a Christian, and he's all the men thing except my mom is the decision maker. He always takes her side.
Okay.
So if she says something like my sister can't do this, he'll be like, yeah, you're right.
Let me ask you a funny question. Let me ask you an interesting question. Would you rather your partner is the one who makes the decision and leads, or would you rather yourself lead? It's a question for you.
I'd rather make a joint decision.
No, that cannot happen. Reason being is when conflict happens between two people, there has to be a decision maker. Logically, right? You cannot have two people making a decision.
You compromise.
No, but who compromises? In the case of your family, the father compromises, which makes the woman in the leadership position.
No, see if you wanted your child to be a Jehovah Witness.
No, it's just facts, you know.
No, listen, if he wanted his son to be a Jehovah Witness,
yes,
and I didn't,
yes,
then you leave it to the child when they're 18. That's a compromise.
Okay, but that's incorrect. Can I tell you why? It's because you allow the child, the most important years in a child's age is when he is growing. Is where you need to instill the correct values in the child, because the child grows upon them and he continues upon them in the future.
But I never said you can't teach him about it.
No. I'm saying if you do not instill values within the child, the society will, someone else will. But if you say he's allowed to teach them about being a Jehovah's Witness, then he's already teaching them the religion. Then what?
Yeah, but he's not. Do you understand? Anyway, I believe there's always compromise.
No, okay. No, but this is, and I'll be honest with you, and I don't mean that in an insulting way, but a lot of females, what they do is they base their personal experience and they generalize it on the world.
Oh, I don't have my experience.
No, in the case of your family, for example, that's a personal thing. That's a personal exceptional scenario, right? Within Christianity or Islam or in general, the man is the head of the household. In general, women prefer the man to be in the leadership position. You're young, by the way. That's why you're saying what you're saying, because in the West there's something called feminism. Feminism tells women.
Oh no, I like my man to be like.
But I asked you that question. You said you don't compromise 50-50. Which one is it?
I think I like him to be the provider. I like him to.
Okay, so you want your own benefits. But I'll tell you, this is how feminism is. Feminism is female privilege. What do I mean by that? You get the privilege of him providing, but he got the responsibility of providing, but no authority of also making the decisions. If I have responsibility of the providing, I should have the authority of making decisions.
I think we might just have to agree to disagree.
But you tell me why you disagree. What's the reason behind that? If I have responsibility, shouldn't I also have authority?
So the man should have the authority over the kids that you gave birth to. And I understand it's a...
No, outside of the kids. Before the kids. I'm saying when you're married together, he provides for you, correct?
So he should be able to tell me.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm asking you a question.
What does the authority mean?
I'm saying that means that in the ultimate decision making, because he's got responsibility, he should have the final decision to make in the household. Because the person will have to, the woman or the man. And if he has the responsibility and the burden of provision and protection as well, he protects you. Do you agree?
An example of like a decision.
Yes.
That doesn't involve children.
For example, let's say we want to buy a house, we want to move to a different country. Any of these decisions, right? You wanted to decide to change, location. Okay, should we visit this specific person or not? It's just normal decisions I'm giving you, hypothetically, right?
If you wanted to move to Spain, would you move if I didn't want to? Yeah.
Okay, so.
As in, I'm saying, if both of us had to move somewhere and I didn't want to go to Spain,
but still, he's making the decision by not moving. My point is, I'm not. You're looking. No. You're looking at this is the problem. What I would say is feminism. There's a conflict, right? There's a conflict. Is that you versus him? This is not how marriage works or relationship in general.
What I mean is, we don't fight for each other over that decision.
I cannot speak about your personal situation. I'm just speaking in general. I'm just saying in general. What I'm trying to explain is in general, when we say a man makes the final decision, that does not mean he's not speaking to the woman at all. That does not mean that he's choose it. Or what she doesn't like, I'm going to do the opposite.
Yeah, but the woman equally could move to Spain on her own if she wanted to, the same way the man can make the decision to move there too.
I agree.
So they both can make the decision.
No, but then they will be separate if she moves to a place that he doesn't move to.
But what I mean is, but that's where it happens, where just because he decides not to go to Spain.
Okay.
See, if I wanted to go to Spain,
Okay.
and he didn't,
Yes.
and I decide to stay at home,
Okay.
that's my decision.
Okay.
But if he goes to Spain and I want to stay at home and he decides to stay, you think that's his decision?
No. I'm saying.
Do you know what I mean?
No. I'm not saying that, by the way. I'm saying under the paradigm that he is the one who makes decisions in the house. He can still agree with you. That can be still his decision to agree with you. I don't know why you don't see it as a scenario that I can make a decision to agree with my woman. It can happen.
Yeah,
The point I'm making.
to agree with him.
Of course you can. But when there is conflict is the question. Who makes the final decision?
Yet again,
Okay, you compromise to his decision.
no.
Who compromises to who? Okay, you want to go to Spain, he wants to go to Morocco. Take him to me to Morocco. Okay, he wants to go to Morocco, you want to go to Spain. Where do you go?
We will both see maybe the price difference.
Both are equal. They all have their own advantages. Look, a decision has to be made when disagreement happens. Like, you cannot live in a world. Sorry?
You do rock, paper, scissors.
Do you see? Do you see? Then this is what feminism is. This is the equality. Then why don't you pay? Okay, let me ask you a question then. Let's agree. No. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
So see if they're both equal, Spain and Morocco.
Okay.
Whichever one you go to, you'll have just as much fun. There's no bad difference.
Yes.
So why does it have to be him that decides where rock, paper, scissors will have the same outcome?
No, he doesn't have to be. I'm telling you, in our worldview, what we believe as Muslims is the man is the head of the house. You're asking a question about Islam, to do with the children in Islam. This is how we got into this discussion. And now, my question to you, which I wanted to ask, is why are you not paying half the bills?
Why am I what?
Why are you not paying half the bills?
I can.
No. Why aren't you doing it? Why do you expect him to provide?
No, because that's what he would like to do.
How do you know?
At the moment, until we had children, that's how it would be.
What if he says, I would like to pay 50-50? Would you remain with him?
Yeah, once he took his 50-50 with the kids.
Oh, no. Would you, before kids now, just you and him, would you remain with him and pay 50% of the house rent, 50% of the food?
If they're tomorrow, would we not be having it? Yeah, we would.
No, like for example, I want to be a football player. Would you, and I said, I'm telling you, go out and work as well,
Okay, then most women wouldn't. Most women would expect the man to provide, or if he does, they will claim they will, but the minute he does, they will lose attraction and they will separate from him. Because words are words in the end.
In the fact that it's like, yeah, I'll provide with you and all this, and then when kids come along, the scenario is way different.
But right now we're just talking before kids.
Yeah, no, but
Yes.
I would pick up that.
Sorry?
I would do that.
Okay, 99.9% of the women want. And this is again about personal experience versus general reality, right? In general reality, women wouldn't do that because they expect the man to be the provider. Because they want the responsibility for him to take, but the authority, no. We both make the decision, you provide for me, you protect me. If someone coming to kidnap you or broke into the house, would you equally go down to fight the robber? Okay, it's a simple question.
Then at the same time, like,
Would you come with me to fight?
Would you go,
I'm trying to think of a scenario.
or would you go a day and he goes a day?
But then he wouldn't go through periods. He can't fight 50-50.
Okay, so you're telling me men and women are different. I agree. Therefore, they should be treated differently because he doesn't go through a period. He does not have hormonal change in his decision making based on the period. Therefore, he should make the decision for the household. I agree. Perfect. We're in agreement.
No, we're not.
I know.
Yeah, I know, but about 10 minutes ago I said we should just...
But this is the thing. We can agree to disagree. We can look at the reasoning. Where the reasoning takes us, we can go. You cannot expect him to do certain things, for example, to protect and provide, that you don't do, but in the same time have equal decision making in the end. Because he's got more responsibility. If you got the same...
I agree with everything of decision making. Because I think that's having power.
No, agree with everything that is in your benefit. You provided for you and protection for you is your benefit, not his.
And he gets the benefit of
Being killed when the robber comes in the house, like or half of his payday goes to you. What is the benefit there? Sorry, no, this is a joke. I'm not being disrespectful. Am I being?
Yeah, but every time I try to.
The thing is, a lot of women would not like what I'm saying due to the fact that it doesn't agree with their worldview, which is fine. Like, you can have your worldview, you can believe in feminism, but I'm just speaking now from an Islamic point of view. We're saying if the man in Islam has the responsibility of taking care of the house, which is a fact, he has to take care of the household. He has to.
Is that downgrading the work? So see the way if you go out and you do the work, right, and you're doing work, that a woman is still doing work when you're away at work. They're doing stuff at home.
Okay.
That is worth just as much money as the man is making, except it's being done at home.
So you believe that women should do the household duties, right? Is that what you're saying?
No, if he wants to do the household duties and
No, but that's what you just said. You said the wife will be doing the household duties.
that's not what I said. I said, see the way you believe the man should be providing, so he should make the decisions.
Yeah, and the woman will be.
Is doing the exact same work as the man, but at home.
Will not.
She is providing for the family. She provides the mental support for the family. She supports like
Sure.
food.
Sure.
You can't live without like meals. Yeah, you can buy the ingredients, but are you just going to eat them raw? Are you just going to eat them like uncooked?
I personally Uber, but I get what you say. So look.
You personally what?
Uber, just Uber Eats. But I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
Look,
but then
I get what you're saying.
you get what I mean. So
No,
that woman,
I get what you're saying.
Uber Eats did
Yes.
not exist.
Yes. Okay.
In the times that the Quran was written,
Yes.
there was no Uber Eats.
Yes, but anyone can cook, man or woman, right? The best chefs in the world are actually men. Like,
anyone can work. You heard about his diet, and that is conversation.
but I didn't say. But I never said men cannot work. Like, I think you think you made a point there, but I never said women cannot work. I said in a relationship between men and women, both have roles. When you say the woman has a role in the household to do what you said, I don't disagree with that.
No.
I believe that's work, but I'm not done finished. Okay, I can say the same thing, but I'm not trying to be disrespectful. You can't interrupt me. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'm just saying, look, we're just having a conversation, right?
Yeah, no.
I'm not trying to disprove what you're saying versus you proving what I'm saying. You asked a question from an Islamic paradigm.
I know.
I'm saying in Islamic paradigm, women have roles and men have roles, right?
And what makes the men's roles more important than the women's?
I never said that. So the role of the woman taking care of the household and the children, when the father is absent, fighting and working and doing all of these things and protecting.
In the Quran, men make the decisions.
Yes, chapter 4 of the Quran, verse 34. الرجال قوامون على النساء.
I need to write it down.
Okay.
No, so we can check for
No, of course, go ahead. I can show you right now. It's there if you want.
No, I have to go home.
Go ahead, yeah, check it out when you go home.
What? Yeah, we do.
You can Google it now. It's going to take you a minute if you want. A second. Just go Quran 4:34, and you'll get different translations. Some of them will give you the exact explicit wording of men are in charge of women. Actually, by the way, that's what Christianity says.
That means I need to walk away.
Don't you know that?
I just know.
This is what Christianity says as well. In fact, Christianity says, of course, in 2 Timothy.
No, what you
But even in the New Testament, even the whole Jehovah's Witnesses is the same thing.
New Testament?
Yes, in Timothy actually. It says that. Yeah, I'll show you now the whole. Because a lot of people talk about Islam, but you're not familiar with what Christianity says. I'll show you now.
Sure.
Yeah, right now. Give me a second.
My Bible.
Yeah, sure. Give me 1 second.
Timothy.
It's I think it's 1 Timothy 2:16, I think, or 2:12 something. Go to 2. Let's see where it is. I want to make sure I give you the correct reference. So I think it's 2. Let's see.
No, I mean Jesus is God. So that's why you guys worship God.
Not the part you're talking about?
Yes, exactly, yeah. So here, can you hear from me when I read for you? By the way, this is his Bible. You can check your Bible as well.
No, I'm trying to read this one.
Yeah, sure. Which one do you want to do first?
No,
Up to you.
it's not working. I don't think I'm getting the right one.
Can I do it for you? Sure. Oh, it's 34, not 24.
Oh, sorry. I was wondering, I was like, this isn't working.
Alright. Okay, you can go to Quran.com here, and you can have variety of different translations, right?
But everyone can translate it differently.
No, but the Arabic word has multiple meanings. It has the meaning of protector. Qawwam, the word qawwam in the Arabic language have the meaning of protector, provider, and in charge. All of them are correct.
The word means three things.
Yes, that's how. It means more even than three things. This is how Arabic language is. It's a rich language, which is why, and all of the meanings are correct in this case. It's not like one meaning is a problem, one meaning is not.
I think it's how someone decides to take this word. Someone decides.
No, but I can show you the Prophet explicitly saying that the woman has to obey the husband. Then what? Which is the explanation of a verse. But I'm just giving you the verse as an example. It's not like we don't take things out of context or something, right? There's a holistic different verses and chapters that talk about the fact that a woman has to obey the husband. Now, this is the Bible.
We've been here like.
I will read here. Let a woman learn in silence with full submissiveness to the husband, right? I do not permit a woman to teach or assume authority over a man, but she is to remain silent. There is nothing in the Quran like this, but this is the Bible. For Adam was formed first, then Eve. Adam was not deceived, but the woman was thoroughly deceived and became a transgressor. However, she will be kept through childbearing. So the pain of childbearing is because you Eve ate from the tree. That's your punishment, essentially. So this is the Bible here, if you would like to read, in his Bible as well. Your Bible says the same thing, by the way.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait, what part am I reading?
Timothy. So, but some people come to talk to us about Islam. Something in Islam close to this, right? Yeah. It's been like this in human history, but since feminism came, there's this idea of like two leaders in a household, two leaders in a relationship, which doesn't work. It just results in conflict, right? But when it comes to Islam, people target Islam as if they don't have something which is even more severe in their own scripture.
Well, to be honest, when I look at every single religion, it's the same.
Yes.
Just take a different.
Look, most women, and this is the truth, most women will prefer the man to lead in the relationship. Right? Yeah, but feminism has taught them right now, especially younger women, that no, it has to be equal. Everything is equal. You go to work as well, you make decisions as well, you make money as well, right? And that's why we get many of these beliefs, right? But anyways, we're Muslims, we follow like what Islam is. If you're religious, you're supposed to follow them.
I do not permit a woman to teach or to exercise authority over a man.
Yes.
But I don't believe a woman should have authority over a man the same way a man should have authority over a woman.
But it doesn't say that. It says the man is. It says in other scriptures, which I can find you if you want, that is God first, then the man, then the woman. This is the order of authority.
We really have to go home.
Yeah, of course.
We have somewhere to go.
That's okay, no problem. By the way, you'll find the verse there if you open, I think. But you just check. Can I check again on your phone before you go? Look here, I was looking at different translations. You can turn here different translations and read the wording of different translations. And you can go to the Arabic word as well on this website and see the root of the word. Right? So for example, if we go here, let's go back.
Yeah, I know.
Here, Sahih International Translation, right? Men are in charge of women, okay? You go here, and you click on the word, and you can click on the root of the word, I believe, as well, to get... Let me try to do it. So it will read for you the word, and it can give you the root as well, and things like that, right? Where the word come from. But here are different translations. Some will say protectors, some will say good, some will say caretakers, and some will say in charge.
It's correct.
All of them. Men are protectors, providers, and caretakers are in charge. All of them. All of these meanings are important. So a man has to protect the woman, he has to take care of the woman, and at the same time he's in charge due to the fact that he takes care of her. If I'm responsible for your safety, of course you should listen to what I say.
Obviously, a woman takes care of a man. So they're not saying they don't.
Yeah, but they're trying to say that the men's role are more important.
I never said that.
That is.
That's how I take it. Not that we're saying that. No, it's about her.
But if you ask 10 women how they take that, they would take that as you are thinking that providing and protecting is more important than
Depends which 10 women.
leading.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Western women or Muslim women. If I take 10 Muslim women, they're not going to say that. If I take 10 Western women who are believing in feminism, they will say that. So it depends on your worldview.
I'm not feminist. I'm not Muslim. I'm saying I'm Muslim. I'm open. I'm open to literally.
Okay, but the thing is this: if you say I can say, for example, I'm not a feminist or I'm not liberal, but I believe liberalistic values. I don't know if that makes sense. Maybe you don't believe you are a feminist, but these are liberal.
Yeah, I would like to.
Do you believe both men and women have equal decision making and partnership in relationship and marriage?
Yeah.
Relationship and marriage generally.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the position of feminism. So that is a feministic position, basically. It's not a religious one because we showed you the religious one in the Bible and in the Quran.
So because a woman thinks men and women have equal decision making, that's feminism.
No, that's one of the beliefs of feminism, essentially.
Yeah, but that's like saying because one person believes in Jesus Christ, they're Muslim.
No, but the whole idea of
Do you
feminism.
get what he's saying?
Do you know what the movement of feminism is about?
Feminism.
Can you tell me what is the movement of feminism?
You're the one teaching us about feminism.
No, but it's about equality between men and women. That's what their logo. Logo is
No,
equality.
feminists are more like
Not equality?
independent. Yeah.
Okay, when originally the movement has been started, it was the idea of.
I actually not being rude. We have
No, of course you can go. Of course, I'm not holding you. I don't know how we went to that. I wanted to talk to you about Jehovah's Witnesses, but maybe another time. All right, no problem.